Hi, my name is Angelo Lopez. Today I'll be speaking with my good friend Jayashree Sadasivan, and today we'll be talking about our love of libraries, especially the Sunnyvale Public Library. So thank you, Jay, for taking the time to talk to me today.
Thank you, Angelo.
Okay, and I guess I can start out with my first question for you.
Mhm.
Um, what are what is your earliest experiences in the library, and what were your favorite childhood books?
Okay. Angelo, we never had access to libraries
Oh,
growing, but my parents, especially my dad, who loves books himself,
oh,
uh, would purchase a lot of books for us.
mhm.
We had something called these like exhibitions, book exhibitions, where authors from all over the world would come to India and showcase their books. So
Wow.
my father would take us. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So my father would take us over there, and by us I mean me and my sister.
Oh,
So we would get, like, so many 3D kind of books, pop-up books, and like I would generally, and we have also had books which are not just square or rectangle. We would have books which are circular in shape.
oh,
So I remember one particular book. I forgot the author, but the author is Russian. I just can't remember the name right
okay.
on top of my head. Hot cross buns
Oh,
is the, and it's the shape. The shape is also just like the shape of a bun. Also, if
oh,
you open up, it smells like a bun kind of thing.
oh,
So
that's so cool.
yeah, I would generally pick up vibrant illustrations kind of books. So
Yeah.
I would say my favorite books were by Beatrix Potter.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Tale of Peter Rabbit, and everything about her is my favorite thing,
yeah,
because being a child illustration myself, picture book illustration, I
yeah.
look up for to her, and it was more than reading those days. I would look at the illustrations.
Yeah, yeah. I was the same way. I was the same way. Like I love Beatrix Potter's paintings and stuff. She's a great artist. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah,
yeah.
so they say, right, you do not judge a book by its cover, but I used to judge a book by the illustrations back then.
I was the same way. I was the same way and stuff. When did you start going to a library then? Was it later in life?
Probably later in life, when I was in college or some college,
Oh,
we had the university library. So that was more, we would go there only to study during exams.
oh,
Uh, the library had only technical books. It did not have any mysteries or any of that kind of
Oh,
fiction books. So
okay.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah. When did you start using the library for pleasure?
probably in Sunnyvale after I
Okay.
moved to the US. Yeah. Never
Oh,
really in India. So we did have access to British Library, but that library you need to pay, and the things were very expensive. It's not
oh,
free like the US, where the public libraries you can get a card and it's free. But the British Library, it wasn't free back then. Growing up in the 80s, uh,
oh,
so it was very expensive, and only if you have to work in some place, only certain employees could get access to the British Library. So I did go to the British Library, but I was too young then, and technical books was far out of my uh,
yeah.
way
Yeah.
of thinking back then. So yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that you had to pay. Okay.
Yes, it was very expensive. You have to pay to get access to books to the libraries, British Library.
Okay.
But back then, British Library only had technical books, so it was of not any interest to me back then.
Oh, okay. Well, what services do you use now in the library? And I guess what do you like about the Sunnyvale Public Library?
So the right now I don't go so much to Sunnyvale Library
Oh,
because I moved to the East Bay.
yeah.
Uh, But I like their adult and craft paint night. I think every month you have
Oh,
the thing. So it was nice to meet other patrons who share similar interest, and we can, share our ideas, and that was
oh,
so much fun. Yes, of course, I do check out books and periodicals. That's a separate thing, but I
yeah.
like the feeling that the library brings a sense of community, and you can meet other people who share similar interests. So I like that a lot. I also like the book mystery book group
Oh, okay.
in the library. Yeah, because I love mysteries. So yeah, Hercule Poirot is probably my most favorite mystery
Oh,
Agatha
yeah.
Christie.
You're an Agatha Christie fan.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's a wonderful. During my when I was in my 20s, I went through an Agatha Christie reading phase where I would
Mhm.
just read, and Hercule Poirot was one of my favorite.
Yes.
Murder on the Orient Express, right?
Orient Express, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Those are wonderful and stuff. So all of this came when you went to Sunnyvale.
No, later on, we had uh, when I moved to a different location
Oh,
back in college, there was a small library. For even for that, you have to pay. It wasn't free, but he had a lot of Agatha Christie books. Also, my uncle, who is a big fan of Agatha Christie, he is also a lawyer, and for his cases, sometimes he refers Agatha Christie books. So
oh,
if I go to his house, I can. He has a huge library, so I got my initial experiences was from his home. So so
oh,
that's
okay.
how I know about Agatha Christie. And later on, he was a big mystery buff. So he had all these Nancy Drew, Hardy Boys, Sherlock Holmes. I have read the complete works of Sherlock Holmes because he had all this. Um, his house itself is a library. So it was like he collects all the books, and he of course reads
Yeah.
all of that. Because he takes a few points from that too for his cases. So he was a lawyer. So
Yeah, I guess that makes sense because in mystery books, it forces you to have analytical thinking, right?
mhm,
And I guess being a lawyer, you have to have analytical
yeah.
thinking too.
Including Perry Mason.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I read when I was younger Sherlock Holmes, but the Hounds of the Baskervilles, is
Yes.
that Sherlock
Yeah,
Holmes?
that was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
That
and
it still is amazing actually.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Hound of Baskervilles is still amazing. I mean, I still like it.
yeah, yeah. And I think the Red-Headed League is that a book?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay. Yeah. I read those when I loved them and stuff, but I couldn't I was more like Watson. I was not
Mhm.
like sure I would miss all the clues.
Mhm.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So, okay. Now, what are your fondest memories of being in the library?
So, I would probably say fondest memories in the Sunnyvale Library.
Hmm.
So, for me, when I was volunteering at the library back in 2011 to 2013, I was the technology volunteer over there, tech
Oh,
desk volunteer.
yeah,
So, yeah, that was really memorable for me because all the patrons who used the computers over there were very appreciative, and
yeah,
like there were so many people. I felt like not just I not only taught them how to use computers,
yeah,
but I also taught them how. Some of them even asked me how to format my resume, and they would ask me some grammatical
oh,
how to phrase a certain sentence or something like that. So it was nice. I felt very happy, like I'm like helping them out.
yeah,
uh, so I still remember one particular lady. She was in back then. She was in her mid 40s.
yeah,
um, she wanted help with her resume because the next day was a job interview for her. After, so I helped her with the resume, everything. I had to fine tune her resume
yeah.
until and then the next day she got the job. She came
Oh,
specifically, she came and she appreciated me and she introduced me to her parents. Her parents, even till today, if I walk into the library, they still come to the library. They are
yeah,
so appreciative of me. They wave at me. They ask how are you. So yeah, those, I would say, I'm no longer a volunteer with the library, but
yeah,
like, and still some of the librarians recognize you. They are very warm and friendly, even after so many years that I've stopped volunteering. Some people recognize me, and some of them were
mm.
like, you were the best volunteer we ever had. Like, there are a lot of homeless people who also come there, who access
Yeah,
the, even some of them still recognize me over there, and they were so appreciative. So
yeah,
yeah, it was nice, that experience. Yeah.
yeah. One of the things I learned, from working there was that, yeah, a lot of the homeless do go to the library, but they're very nice. There's
Yes.
a stereotype of them that is not always, that's not necessarily true.
Mm-hmm.
They're mostly like us and stuff, except,
Yes.
they just struggle because they don't have a home. You
Mm-hmm.
know, but I'm glad you had that experience and stuff because, I think 2000, we were still recovering from the 2008 crash and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And so a lot of people were using the library. One of the things I noticed is that when there's an economic recession,
Mm-hmm.
more people use the library and
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and because it's free and stuff, and the attendance of libraries increase a lot and stuff. That's when you really know that it's helping the community and stuff.
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So okay. Um, why for you are libraries important?
Yeah, so libraries are like, they are like they provide a gateway for knowledge, and
Yeah.
it brings a sense of creativity, and it also brings a sense of community.
Yeah.
um, and also libraries have several volunteering opportunities,
Yeah.
which also helps in you can, like, I've been a very shy person, so I find approaching new people was like, it was very difficult for me. But volunteering in this library, especially the Sunnyvale Library, it has helped me overcome that barrier, and now
Oh,
I can approach people. I'm not no longer shy. So I
yeah.
think that in that sense it has improved by volunteering in the library. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think yeah, their libraries are like, gives you a sense of community, and you feel very nice there in the company of books and or several other periodicals.
Yeah.
I only hope that more and more people check out books more. I've seen more people check out all the DVDs and
Yeah.
other electronic things, but I would like, it would be nice if more and more people check out books.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. I don't know if when you open a book, you like to smell the pages of the book, but I kind of like it. When I go, the first book, if I pick up, I like to smell it and, get a feel of a personal connection to the book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm the same way, but I'm 57 right now and stuff.
Mhm.
And so for me, well, actually, I'm 56, but for me, I'm of a certain age where I grew up most of my life with books and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I like that too and stuff. But will you be, in the place you're at, will you be volunteering for the Fremont Library or?
We have just a stone's throw away, we have the Newark Library.
Oh, the Newark.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't started volunteering, but this is something I will consider in the future. They have several arts and crafts activities on a weekly basis. So I'm thinking I
Oh,
can fit. That will be my right place to start off. Yeah,
yeah.
and they also have the Newark Library also has I remember back before the pandemic, even the Sunnyvale Library had the seed library program where
Oh,
we
yeah,
can
yeah,
get
yeah,
seeds uh, I think from the Child Street Gardens is there where they
yeah,
take the yeah. So I used to use that service too before.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, the Newark Library over here, they have the seed library program. So
yeah,
every month they have a particular seed. Right now they have the radish
yeah,
because that's what is growing. So
yeah.
yeah, I'm very active in the gardening section for a while, like to uh,
Oh, okay.
up my skills on that. So yeah.
That's the 600 section, right, of the library? If I'm trying to remember six. I forgot when, but is there a mystery book club thing for you to join too, since you love mysteries?
I,
You could
I
try that.
I'm still looking to it. I have no idea. I'm still looking if there is a mystery book group over there too.
Oh, okay. You can always just go to the reference librarian in Newark and ask. I
Mhm.
mean, every library is pretty good. So
Yes.
I haven't been to the Newark library, but I'm sure they're very good. Every library has a specialty and stuff. So,
So the Newark Library, I think they modeled the library in 2022, so everything looks new and clean over there. They have a lot of children's books, so I do check out children's books even now. Uh, because mainly being a children's book illustrator myself, so I
oh yeah,
want to, it'll be an inspiration for me.
yeah,
So
yeah. Do you want to talk a little bit about your children's book?
sure. So yeah, so this is my children's picture book. I hope you can see it.
Not really. Let's see. Yeah, there. I can see it now. Sally's Heart.
Yes.
Okay.
So so I only hope libraries would consider local authors and illustrators the books. They can use it to purchase those books in the library so that many it can reach a wider audience.
Okay.
um, so yeah, I think the Newark Library has many authors from the local East Bay. So that's a nice thing that I liked about the Newark Library.
Yeah.
So I did mention Sunny in my biography in this that I'm from Sunnyvale because this project at that time I was in Sunnyvale. So
Yeah.
I would only hope that the Sunnyvale Library purchases my book
Oh
so
yeah,
that
sure,
can,
sure. Yeah.
yeah.
You tell me a little bit about your book so that people can know what the book is about and stuff.
Yes. So it, this is actually inspired by the author's cousin, Linda.
Okay.
She had a heart transplant
Oh,
recently. So, how do you talk about this complex heart transplant procedure to children is
mhm.
what the whole story is about. It
Yeah,
also tells about a girl named Sally, who's she was the one who donated her heart to Linda,
yeah.
and so yeah,
Oh, okay,
after
okay,
she moved on, she donated her heart to Linda. So that's the whole book about.
okay.
So my illustrations are mostly inspired by Beatrix Potter. I also like Hans Christian
Oh,
Andersen
yeah, yeah, yeah,
fairy tales. So that I chose to do this mainly in a bright and a bold color scheme because this is what attracts younger kids. Especially elementary school level kids.
yeah,
Um, and probably when I was in elementary school, I was attracted by the bold and vibrant illustrations.
yeah.
So
How was the process? I mean, first, how did you get the job, and did you have fun doing the process?
yes, the entire process was really fun. The author she sent us she sent me a script of the thing, of the entire storyline,
Yeah,
and so it was nice because she gave me a creative brief, and she told me like what is required, and she liked dogs, so she wanted to see dogs in every picture.
yeah,
So yeah, it was very fun working with Mary. She's
yeah,
the author as well as Mary Brotherton. She's the author as well, and it was very nice to work with her. She was always appreciative. She would always tell if something isn't right. She would give me feedback, and I could make like a second draft of things. So it was, even though she lives in Florida and I'm living in California,
yeah.
it was like she was always very responsive. It was very like it's really, I never found anybody to so well to work with.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I'm glad. I hope you get a chance to do another. Are you planning on hopefully doing another book if the opportunity comes?
Yes, I
Okay.
want to.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good.
Yes.
When you were talking about the construction of the Newark Library,
Yes.
and I want to know what's your thoughts. This will be my last question. What are your thoughts on a bond measure that proposes the construction of a new building for the Sunnyvale Public Library?
Yes, I think the Sunnyvale Public Library can actually use like a makeover
Yeah.
because the restrooms are not very clean.
Oh,
They have several drainage issues,
yeah.
and I think probably the newer library can take care of it. It has a very old feel to it. Of course, old is nice.
Yeah.
I have no problems with that, but the restrooms I don't feel are that very clean compared to the Newark library. Yeah, and the Newark library also has like, study rooms, all of that. So I think even the bigger, newer Sunnyvale library can have something like a study room, and I think the wall paints and all can be, upgrade made into new paints to meet the current trends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Thank you very much for that and stuff. I appreciate talking to you, Dave. And I wish you well as you learn, as you connect more to the Newark Library.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Angelo.